Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we are live. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. It's episode 176 of your favorite D list actor coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. Christ is King. Happy Thanksgiving. We got one watching live. And to that, I say cheers for Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, that's nice. Ice cold. I am in my PJs. I have been all day, and I plan on being there all night. It is Thanksgiving weekend. I have eaten so much turkey. I had turkey for breakfast with pie, and then I had turkey with lunch for lunch with pie. And I had 4 different kinds of pie last night. So I've had 6 pieces of pie in less than 24 hours, and I'm still feeling strong. The puppies are going crazy. We've had a lot of puppy fights because Teresa's family's here, and now there are 7 dogs in the house, and the youngest puppy is trying to get along with all the other dogs, and now they're just not having it. No one is liking none of the other dogs, sorry, is liking the new puppy. Hopefully they can become friends because, I mean, technically they're cousins now. I think that's how it works. Whatever your family is in their family. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Well, during Thanksgiving week, I had absolutely no workouts. That's right. I've taken the entire week off. Mom in the house. Happy Thanksgiving, Mom. I've taken the entire week off. No run, no lift, and definitely no diet. As I told you before, I've been a pie killing machine. And the food has been amazing. Well, the only no, I don't think any of the pies were homemade, but they're still good. They're all from Costco. You guys ever get a pie from Costco? It's the size of a pizza. The thing is no joke. And here's the crazy part is all 4 of those pies we had, one of them's done, one's half done, and the other ones only have about a quarter left. Like those pies are getting absolutely destroyed. I don't know how you guys do it on Thanksgiving, but we always do a top 3, and this year for me, it was the turkey at number 1. Number 2, which blew my mind because 'cause I'm not a huge fan, the potatoes au gratin, and at number 3 this year, my top 3 for Thanksgiving was the vegetable medley because the sweet potatoes, as I said last night, were absolutely perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Hopefully, you guys are having an amazing Thanksgiving and you're eating everything and you're having all your leftovers today. Because I figured I'm going to be eating turkey probably all the way through Monday. Depending on how long the family stays, there may be no turkey left. I know the pies are going to be gone, so I'm pretty sure I just had my last piece of pie at lunch with my turkey sandwich. When I do a turkey sandwich, my post turkey sandwich, this is just all it is: turkey and 2 pieces of bread. I get me some Dave's bread. I lightly toast it on level 2, cover everything in mustard because, man, mustard goes so good with next day turkey, and I just crush it to, like, this big, just massive sandwich, no fixings on just that, and I go to town, and, of course, then I have me, 2 slices of pie on the side. And, of course, then you add in the beer, and the calories are through the roof, and there's no workout, so, yeah, no, it's all good. I don't mind. Um Not a lot of work at all really got done this week because it is Thanksgiving week. There was no writing to be done. Like I said, there was no lifting, there was no running. I did find out though that Gifted, one of the short films I'm in, which is now running the gambit on the film festivals, has just won 2 more awards. Mr. Curry, the executive producer, sent some pictures out today to the crew and showed the 2 brand new awards that we just received from film festivals. So Gifted is doing very well, and we'll see if it does it as well as its predecessor from the same group. And I believe those were just for best picture, no individual awards on that. Like I said, this week has been absolutely, completely ridiculously slow. We had 4 submissions this week, no auditions, no callbacks. And the callback last week, just like the last 7 or 8, was an absolutely sleeper, no-go, heard nothing back from them. Was supposed to film another short this Sunday, but apparently something's going on with the crew and or the director. So we are pushing back, I believe, to the second weekend of December. and then we're going to film that, which is cool because I don't mind having extra time to work on a script. Even though I've got the script down, I can always do better and try to figure out how to put more into the character. So that's what I'll be working on the next 2 weeks now that I have the extra time. What's up, Dad? Happy Thanksgiving. We got 5 watching live. We got 1 like. It is Thanksgiving weekend, and we are already. Oh, and by the way, I gotta tell you, man, the weather here is amazing. It's 76 today in Phoenix, and it's going to be between 73 and 76 for the next 10 days. This is phenomenal. I love it. The kids are out in the pool. Like seriously, it's 70 degrees here, and the kids are out in the pool, just having a blast. It feels like it's springtime. It's so nice. That's why I take my top off and just have the t-shirt because it's that warm here in Phoenix right now. Just from walking back and forth, but you'd be like, ooh, man, I might have to put some shorts on. It's getting a little hot in here. But yeah, that's one thing I do love about Phoenix is how beautiful the winter months are. I know not technically winter yet, but still, man, November to have it 76 on freaking the day after Thanksgiving. I think it was 73 yesterday. I mean, that is just absolutely amazing. Now we got through the opener in 6 minutes, the Thanksgiving opener, my second Thanksgiving here in Phoenix. So cheers to that because that's what I'm sipping on. I got my Modelo. Oh, I rarely drink beer, but when I do, it's normally Modelo lately. I think that's all. I think it's pretty much the only beer we ever buy, and that's because I believe because her sister's husband, when we go visit them in San Diego, that's his favorite beer. So I just started. That's my favorite beer. Like I said I rarely drink anymore, but when I do, it's the Modelo. And if that Modelo doesn't get drank this weekend, it's going to sit in the garage fridge probably for the next year. But I will have some sips of wine when it's time. Now, I do like I am getting into wine a little bit more though because of the Costco, and Costco has wine very inexpensive, and there's so many different ones. I mean, we did take a break right before the holidays, and I did say as soon as the holidays started, I'd kick it back in. But yeah, I don't know. I think just this weekend because the entire family's here, and after that, I'm not sure, but we'll find out when we have the Christmas Eve show or Christmas Day show and the New Year's Eve show because I'm probably going to have champagne just because it's New Year's Eve and I do love me some champagne. Well, our second segment of the show is called the social media segment because we're not just here on YouTube every Friday at 5 p.m. That's right, your favorite D-list actor. Come out, check them out, hit that subscribe button, which is usually that little head in the corner there. It's my head. You click on that, and that subscribes. Tell your friends about it. Now, the other places on the interwebs that you can find me are on X, formerly known as Twitter at TJWIMZ, and Instagram at TJWIMZ, Facebook and LinkedIn are TJWIMBS. And is in bullshit or bullshiza. And the reason why I use LinkedIn is because I've actually gotten job opportunities from LinkedIn. I know it's not the greatest site in the world, but it's worked for me, so I keep it there. Plus, I also post this video on there. Hold on. Oh, that beer would get you, but I give you the burps right there real quick. So that's why I use LinkedIn. I know it's not the greatest site, and half the time I log in, it doesn't even work correctly. But hey, you book a couple gigs off of that, and then all of a sudden you're like, I might have to keep this site around. And I think I've got like 8,000, almost 9,000 followers on that. So it's good to have those connections, especially when most of those followers, probably 95% of them, are all in the movie and television business. Oh, we just broke 8K on X, formerly known as Twitter. If you guys love free speech and you'd love to go on there and just get true content and not have to deal with all the bullshit and a lot of the lies that legacy media is putting out there, get an X account. You can be completely anonymous on that X account and just, look at the news, watch the news, whatever you're going to do. And who knows, maybe Elon Musk will then buy MSNBC and it'll be XNBC. I don't know, but right now, the only true free speech app is X. Get out there, check it out. Great app, way better than when it was Twitter. I'm just saying. There are Thanksgiving pics up on Instagram, Facebook, and X. I haven't posted any yet on LinkedIn, but I will post tonight on LinkedIn, but probably just be this video. I don't really post regular family stuff on there, just business stuff. No new subscribers this week. We are still sitting at 403 amazing subscribers like you guys at home watching along with me. But it is a Friday. and we do have an up, and we do have a down. Numbers for acting are up, even though I really haven't got any gigs, but maybe those because of how great the film festivals are going. And also, California Dreamin' is also in the film festivals. So watch out for that. You might hear some news on that. And if I do, of course, I want to get that back to you. And the down is on the YouTube show. It happens sometimes. A lot of YouTube shows out there. So, you got to get them numbers up, especially on the IMDb's. You got to have the views. But it is Friday. We do have an up. We do have a down. That means we're going to have an up down dance on a Friday night. Let me drop this mic, and the DJ will hit that button. Hit it, DJ. I hope I did it right. I'm not sure. I see all kinds of different versions on the interwebs, but that is my version of the dance. Yeah, I really like the dance. It's catching on. It seems like everyone's doing it, especially in the NFL. Good on those players. 3 games yesterday. They were all really good. 5 college football. Well, there's more than 5 college football games going on right now, but 5 ranked teams in college are playing today if you're watching the TVs today. Wow, that was easy, man. I'm telling you, the holiday specials are so easy to get through. You know what I'm saying? It's just so easy. Let me have another sip of beer. What are you guys sipping on tonight? I hear puppies arguing and fighting. TJ's Hollywood Seconds. You may have heard this before, but I'm going to tell you again because I want to. We usually start with the bad stuff, but let's just see what I got in my notes. I usually get all my showbiz info from IMDb, Internet Movie Database. What do we got? Oh, Chuck Woolery. Everybody knows Chuck Woolery, game show host. He was the original host of Jeopardy. Not Jeopardy, but Wheel of Fortune. Passed away at age 83. Loved watching that man on all the different ones. Coffee in the House, all the different shows he did. There will be a Sonic the Hedgehog 3. The trailer is out. And there's a Mighty Mouse movie in work. I'm not sure if it's animated or live action. And Squid Game. Man, what a phenomenal show Squid Game is. Season 2 trailer is out. We had to wait, seems like forever to get it, but now it's here. I'm looking forward to that dropping on the Netflix. Can't wait. Also, another one I'm looking forward to is Severance Season 2. Great show if you haven't watched it yet. Very, very dark. And it's one of those ones where they're not trying to be funny, but it has the dark comedy parts in there too. But it's very twisted, man. It's one of those that will definitely mess with your head. Black Cat in the House. We got 7 watching live. We've got 2 likes. As I said before, lots of college football on TV, and I love college football, not just because I played 2 years of it, but I just love how hard these kids played last week. I'm telling you, this has been the best season of college football ever. We had 7 top 25 schools go down. Number 5, Indiana. Number 7, Alabama. 9, Ole Miss. 14, BYU. Texas A&M at 15. Colorado at 16. And Army at 19. They all went down last week, shaking up the tournament for the final 12 schools. Like I said, there are 5 top 25 schools playing today. And tomorrow, there are 3 top 25 matchups. So it's going to be even some more stuff. Oh, the beer got me. Even some more mashups and mix up for the bracket possibly tomorrow in college football in the foosball. And the Raiders play the Chiefs tonight. Black Friday on Prime. Prime does a very, very good job with their football, their halftime show, and their post-game show is great, great crew. If you've got the Prime, I highly recommend you check out the game tonight. That's going to be on my agenda, but it depends because if everybody else wants to watch Christmas movies, then that's what it has to be. I've already watched Die Hard, so my Christmas season is already in full swing. I'm good to go. I watched that the other day. The wife was like, "Hey, why don't you go ahead and get the Christmas tree? Because we don't usually put it up until after the day after Thanksgiving." But we were like, you know what? You can start Christmas whenever you damn well feel. So we busted out everything a week early. So I had to watch Die Hard because that is the greatest Christmas movie ever made. Bam. And this is the one I always forget, the box office top 5. I usually miss that every week. At number 5, this has been a really great week, though, for the box office, man. The holidays usually are a lot of great holiday films out right now. At number 5, which has grossed 133 million so far, Venom. Coming in at number 4, just debuting, Pastor, Spy, Assassin. It's made 5 million already. And although it has made 52 million, Red One is still considered a bust because the budget was over 200 million. But I spoke on this before. I went through and I looked at The Rock's, Dwayne Johnson's top 10 grossing movies. And other than the first two, most of his movies don't make very much money, if any at all. In most of those movies, he's not the main guy. There's usually a Vin Diesel involved too. So who knows why people are actually going to see him or the other guy. But regardless, he is not a great sell in the box offices. And at number 2, debuting this last weekend, Gladiator 2, 55 million. And unfortunately, Gladiator 2 came out the same weekend as Wicked, and Wicked made 112 million opening weekend. It is the holiday weekend, it is a 4-day weekend. After this weekend, those numbers should be through the roof because people love to go to the movies during the 4-day weekend because it's a family thing. There's always new films out. So next week, I'm expecting some of those numbers to probably double, especially for Wicked and Gladiator 2, because those are two huge movies. My professor in my production class said he went and saw Gladiator 2. He said it was a good movie, but it was not as epic or epic in itself like the original. So I'm probably going to wait. Original, I was like, oh yeah, I want to see it in the theaters, but movies like that, they got to be like, you got to have it all. So we'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm still undecided on if I'm going to see Gladiator 2. I might go there because if Teresa and Talia go to see Wicked and Gladiators playing at the same time, I'll probably then go see that, have my own popcorn, and just chill by myself and enjoy the film. Which I think there's Moon in the House, which I think is a great idea, actually. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do if I decide to do it. You know what I'm saying? All right, glasses away. We're on to the last section. We are flying through 17 minutes for today. Loving it, loving it. We're definitely going to get in under 30 because there's no way this last section goes 13, unless, of course, I just start rambling like crazy. Let me have a sip of my Thanksgiving beer. Ah, yummy, yum, yum, yum. 8 watching live. We got 4 likes, and we are on the last part of the show. Film school on this week in film school. I still haven't come up with a jingle yet. Film school. 5 minutes. No, I don't think that works either. We'll come up with something. Anyway, film school this week. Got my final regular weekly paper done, which is the best movie ever made. And in my opinion, I wrote that Back to the Future was the best film ever put together. Just the way they did it, everything, it has everything you need for a film. I think that is not my favorite film, not even my top 10, but it is a perfectly made film in my opinion. I got a 9 out of 10 on that. And this is I got ding down. I got a point taken off because when I was talking, because you got to discuss other people's things, I didn't italicize the name of the movie and lost a point. It's funny, I turned it in, I immediately saw what I did, but you can't go back and fix it. So I was just like, oh, well, that's great. Now I'm gonna get a 9. Yeah, it's just to use 10% of your grade because you're answering on somebody else's bullshit. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Now I have only a 90 average. But I'm about to make up for it on this final. I have been working the last 2 days. This week I've got a total of 3 solid days on my final paper, which is going to be a 9-pager, and it's about 3 movies. And what you do is you take 3 of the 6 movies that we watch in the second part of the semester. You take 3 of those movies. You say what the theme of the film is, not the plot. Plot's easy. What you believe 100% is the theme of the film, and then you tell the professor this is the theme of the film, and you prove to him that this is the theme. And then with each one of those, you also do so. Let's say I got ET, I did my theme, and then I have to do a prompt. There's different kind of prompts you can do with ET. I'm doing special effects, makeup, and lighting, things like that. Excuse me. The beer's getting to me. And then the other movie I did was Silence of the Lambs. I'm writing on that, and I think that one's almost completely done. I'm feeling really good about my Silence of the Lambs one. My prompt for Silence of the Lambs. The hell was my prompt for Silence of the Lambs? wasn't his. Oh, genre. It was a horror, like a horror type genre type thing. So I have to, so now I have to discuss what aspects of the film make it what the genre that I'm saying that it is. And then for the other film, what is the other one now? Oh, Network, which 1976 is Network. Fantastic film, by the way. I'd never seen it before. 10 Oscar nominations, 4 wins. It won for Best Picture, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress, and Best Script. Yeah, because the dialogue is phenomenal. It's like you know how great the Coen Brothers dialogue is. Well, check out the dialogue in Network. If you have not seen Network, check it out. It's absolutely fantastic. The number of A-list actors that are in there when they're some of them not even A-listers yet. There's so many great actors. Every time I watch it and I see a scene, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot he was in that. Oh shit, I forgot he was in that. And most of all these actors that you see in here who are like just supporting actors, and there's tons of them. Every one of them have been a lead actor in something big in a feature film. Every single one of them. It's mind blowing. Yeah, the talent that is in this film and how every single actor in the film completely on top of their game because I think it's when you get one of those scripts that the dialogue is so good, I think it just motivates you to be even better actor because it's easier for you to create the character and to get into that character and then perform that character. So yeah, the better the writing. I've told you this before. I get stuff sometimes like for commercials, and you read it and you're just like, what? This doesn't make sense. Like I've turned down scripts. I'm reading for the character, and I'm like, no one in the world speaks like this. What is this? Is bad. This is just really bad writing. And I'm like, sorry, I know I wanted to audition, but now that I've read the script or just the side sometimes has been so bad. I'm like, you know what? I don't think I want to be a part of this because it doesn't read well. Well, that script reads well, and if you see how well the acting is in it, you'll understand. Phenomenal, phenomenal. And then the prompt for that was what's going on in history around that time. And I was just doing my research, and man, that is it goes along with exactly what's going on at the time, and it also tells you the future of what's going to happen in legacy media and basically how powerful the media is when you're watching this film. Because oof. And then the film we watched this week was Hugo, a Martin Scorsese film. I had never even heard of it. It was three-dimensional. I like the idea that the movie was about gets into the parts where the origins of filming, and you find this, and they talk about George Millet and how he made like basically over 500 films, and most of them were destroyed or whatever. They find some of them, and then they show them, and everybody loves it, and everybody finally gets to see this guy's work. And that part I really did like, but man, I really thought the movie was kind of slow and boring. Yeah, I really didn't think it was that great. But great visual effects, things like that were phenomenal. The visual effects, but the story itself, yeah, even the acting. I'm like Ben Kingsley. I've seen you do much better, and the kids seemed like they were overacting half the time and underacting the other half of the time. And a lot of times they were doing stuff with their nonverbals that didn't match the scene at all. Yeah, not that great of a movie. And I got a 13 out of 15 on that quiz, and that also helped bring me down to a 90 from my 91. Now, over in the fun time, everything is you do hands-on class, my production class, working on our final. And this one thing I love about this class is our final is just our live project. That's it. Professors come in, we start from nothing. We put the set together. We do everything in the booth, all that stuff, and we're graded on every single piece of that. And then the final grade comes down to is if we say our live show is 7 minutes long, which I believe that's where we're going to go with 7 minutes because we'd have to cut too much out to get the 6. We're graded on because it's a live show is when those credits stop. They need to stop and be done at 7 minutes. 1 second over, 1 second under. You feel me? Takes away from your grade. But man, I was checking out the grading criteria. It's a 4 pages of grading criteria for the whole thing for just the 100 points. And man, they are absolutely grading everything from communication to how the set is put together. And so I'm definitely going to have a briefing with my crew before we get started because I don't want to get any points subtracted because of any kind of normal chicaneries that we do to be blown off taken by the professors that we don't know what we're doing. So we definitely got to have that pre-brief, which is actually one of the things you get graded on, but we're going to do a pre-brief before we get started. So this week, because obviously yesterday would have been class, but Thanksgiving, we came in a day early and we did editing. All we did was edit, 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 edit. Now, I haven't taken editing classes yet, but I did watch a course on X from a former director that I used to work with, and she discussed how to use DaVinci Resolve for editing. Now, my school doesn't have DaVinci Resolve; it ain't balling like that. We got some other. We have another program, and it just Adobe Premiere is what we do. That's what we're using, I believe. Adobe Premiere, which is cool because we get it for free from our school. But yeah, it's the first time actually having hands-on editing, and man, that was a lot of fun. And I can't wait to take editing class. But we had our so we have one, two, I believe, yeah, three pre-records that are part of our live show. So the monologue is pre-recorded, edited that, added some laugh tracks, putting the sound down, all that good stuff. And then we edited our commercial that we did. And if you've seen the movie Taken, imagine if that was a commercial for a potato chip company. Yeah, we went for the big joke on that one. Had to edit all that together. We had to put on some After Effects in that, and what have you. And then we had to edit the next next week's guest on our live show, which we made this little wrestling thing, which was a lot of fun. That's when I got the cuts because my glasses slipped, and they didn't have the pad on there, so I cut myself. My fault. And we edited all that, and that looks funny as hell. And I did find out that yes, as soon as we are graded and we get our A, which I know we're going to get an A because my team is like that, and we're going to knock it out. Everybody knows their job. I'm not worried about the grade. I'm just impressed with the grading criteria. I know we're going to get an A. I know we're going to kill this, but as soon as it's done and it's graded, I'll get a copy of it, and I'll be dropping it here on YouTube for you guys to enjoy. And hopefully it gets a lot of good laughs because the inside joke in the entire thing, we do the rule of threes, one joke, 3 times. We ran it old school like they did back in the day, Marx Brothers style. So I hope everyone enjoys that. And I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their Turkey Day weekend. Merry Christmas, everyone, because 'tis the season for everyone to be just a little bit nicer. I'm going to drop this mic. I'm going to give thanks. I'm going to be right back for the final outs. So give me a sec, please. Namaste, everyone. Have a great one. Be safe out there. Remember, the holiday weekends, there's a lot of this going on. And unfortunately, people get in their cars after they do a lot of that and they like to drive around. So be careful out there. Avoid the streets at all if you can. If you can stay home all weekend, hey, that's great. But if you can't, try not to go out in the evenings. People are most likely drunk or first thing in the morning because they're still hungover from the night before. Be safe out there, guys. Cheers one last time. And I'm out this way.